Hey guys, Hot Cheeks here. I am pretty sure I've already made a video back in 2018 wearing this exact same outfit, also sitting down, but here we go. Um, so I haven't been posting a lot on YouTube. I still have more footage from the PCT from this year, 2020, that I have yet to upload. And the reason for that is just the backlash that I was getting in my inbox and in the comments on my YouTube. Um, and just overall at the start of the pandemic, when the PCTA first told everyone to get off trail. So the reason I decided to continue to hike, sorry, my hair is getting in my face. Uh, I had a lot of accusations saying that, well, if you can afford to hike, then you can afford not to hike. And realistically, that isn't the case. And I'm here to use this video to explain that. So at the start of the pandemic, I had been going to school in Utah and I was living in my car. I totaled my little Chevy Spark. I hit a deer outside of Zion National Park. And then I immediately bought another piece of crap instead of getting an apartment with the $3,000 I got from financial aid. I needed another car for transportation, and that car immediately within a month blew its head gasket. So at that point in time, I didn't have money for repairs, and my income at that point in time, it was only like $1,100 for my GI Bill to go to school. I was getting $500 a month in spousal support from my ex-husband, and at the time, the VA was paying me $210 a month for 10% disability and special monthly compensation for loss of a functioning organ. So when school got shut down from coronavirus, I lost that $1,500 extra a month. So my school was immediately shut down. My car gave out. I was on spring break visiting my best friend in California, and the PCT runs through her backyard. And I looked at her and I was like, I can't afford anything else. Hiking is my only option. I had a permit for May 15th. This was back in March. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start early and self permit as I go. And so that's what I did. After 2 days on trail, I was in Lake Morena with about 50 something other hikers, and the PCTA came out and requested that everyone get off trail. And for a lot of people, that wasn't feasible. Myself, living off of $750 a month, you can't buy a house, you can't get an apartment, you can't do anything, and nobody would hire me at that point in time. And I was also in the middle of a VA disability claim. So I hiked for 113 miles, 118, backtracked, and then a snowstorm was coming in, so I hunkered down for 4 days in Idlewild with my trail family. And then from there, a few of us decided that we were just going to skip up to Acton and go north. And then it was in that section right after Acton that my mental health was really struggling, and I found out that the Department of Veterans Affairs had scheduled me for a meeting all the way back in Virginia, and so I had to get off trail to do that. It was for compensation. So, did that, and then I went back on trail. Because again, I really couldn't afford not to be on trail. Luckily, flights were super cheap. Went back out on trail, and then again, I did that section from Warner Springs, and then I went past Idlewild. I can't remember what highway that is, but I got picked up in Palm Springs because, again, the VA was dictating my life at that time. So now here we are, like 8 months into this pandemic, and I'm hoping to get on the PCT in 2021. The PCTA is not talking about the permits. If they're not going to release permits, I plan to go ahead and do what I did again this year, and I'm going to just self-permit as I go. I, of course, will follow all the fire closures and any wilderness protection that the Forest Service says, hey, the trail is closed. But as far as the PCTA as an organization, I'm still fully intending to continue to hike, whether or not they believe it's in the best interest. I know it's really like ethical waters, but now, as you can see, I have my own apartment. The VA came back in the end of July and they awarded me 100% disability, saying I am unemployable and that the military broke me enough that they now I'm going to pay to fix me. So I do get a monthly income. It's not a lot, but it's definitely enough to survive off of. I'm basically retired. I just go on road trips and take care of my apartment and like cross stitch. So if all goes well, I'll be back on trail in 2021. I will know for sure January 15th what I plan to do once the PCTA makes their announcement. If it's just for coronavirus, I'm going to continue to hike all the towns that we did come across this year. We called ahead, made sure they wanted us. Life is kind of returning back to normal, a new normal with this quarantine, so I feel comfortable going back out there and being in the backcountry. I feel much safer than up there than where I currently live, which is down in Atlanta, Georgia. And if the forest fires have destroyed too much trail, then I don't know. I was supposed to go to Ecuador on November 3rd. I lost my passport, so I got to cancel that flight. I might just postpone it until February and then decide if I'm going to go to South America or not. Either way, I do have some footage I want to put together from the PCT, my second part on trail. I took a little bit of footage there. And then I've had an amazing summer kayaking the Chattahoochee every day. I just took a road trip out to Colorado where I didn't take any video. And then I also just road tripped up to Acadia and New England to peep some leaves earlier this week. So I have a little bit of footage from that. And then my hiking partner from 2018, Tripod, and I, instead of going to Ecuador, we are going to road trip the Southwest. So I'm going to make an effort to take more videos, because I take tons of photos, and get some more content going for you guys now that the pandemic and all the craziness has died down, and maybe give you guys a little bit of a break from the election that's coming up in like 15 days. So go vote. I don't care who you vote for, just vote. All right, thanks.